Let's wait. Let's wait. Is it live? Hey guys, how's it going? It's Miyoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm live, finally live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. It's cloudy today. I'm late again. I almost didn't make it today though. I was not in a good condition today because my meds ran out. But hey, you know what today is? Trump senpai's birthday! Happy birthday!
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
Happy birthday! Trump, 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 Trump. So I thought today would be a good time to remind you of my collection of Trump senpai. Ta-da! Small Trump senpai. Everything is tiny. Small Trump senpai. Small Trump senpai. I'm first. Yay! You're first. Somebody gave it to me from America in 2016 for the campaign of 2016. It's a tiny book. It's actually a book. I need to read it. I haven't read it. American ones, like the same person before sent me like this. The Art of the Deal, the most famous book ever. Yeah, gotta read though. I have to say I still haven't read it. Yeah, but it's really nice just to have it though. You know, I mean English is I understand English but not that well. So, how are you all? How are you? Hello, thanks for coming. Think big, by Trump Senpai. Why do I have this here? Oh, the guy that sent me this marks this page. Bobby Fischer. I don't believe in psychology. I believe in God, in good news. Interesting. The book. Oh, hello, Matt. Thank you so much for your super chat. Hi from Sweden. Hello. Thanks for coming again. Let's get the super chat going because that's how I become happier. I like money. Ta-da! Another one. Trump. Never give up. Isn't it amazing that he wrote all these books? So many. I bet that they sold well. And Democrats will not talk about it today, but like they thought that Trump was a Democrat. I mean, I guess he was, and they were using him a lot. And now that he is on the other side of the political map, now they're like, hey, make me quit. Yeah, another book. Another book. I have a lots of Trump senpai books. And what's interesting is who wrote this? Okay. This I studied a lot from Mr. Izaki. The book cover and a ridiculous amount of this. How are you gonna? It's like just turn every page, you know, if you're like that. It shows that I actually read. Okay, this was published right after, I guess, of the campaign, though. It's in Heisei, so I don't know which year that is. Right? That's a good one. And this, I think, is by Trump himself, and it was translated by some random guy. Yeah, like every book cover here in Japan is like, because you know why? Because it sells well this way. Because it's such a like shocking impact right in your face, right? This is how we sell. Not the fancy. No, that doesn't sell well. Kind of closer to this sells well in Japan. So, because there, there are so many books in about politics in Japan, and you gotta make sure that your book stands out. So usually it's like massive yellow, massive red, or something like that. Anyway, Trump's birthday! Woohoo! Yay! Any plans to celebrate? I'm an American, but our best ally, Japan, won the World Cup. That would be great news too. Thank you for saying that. How was the American match the other day? Like on the first day or something, right? America already fought, right? Did I think I saw the news coverage. I saw like the score was like 4. Was it the end result? I don't remember. For us, our first match begins like tomorrow, but in like about 12 hours. Oh yeah, right. Four versus 1. Cool. Congratulations. That's a good start. Yeah. Hi Yoko. Hello. Thanks for coming. Is it Samurai Blue playing tomorrow? Yeah. One in Sweden and one American. I am American. Cool. Now I have a reason to drink whiskey tonight. Yes, you gotta congratulate your victory in soccer, like a World Cup, and also, I mean, the first match, and also you gotta celebrate Trump's birthday. Like whatever you think about Trump, like it's a great time to celebrate because he is, you know, like I don't know how, but he's a powerful grandpa who's leading America, the biggest country in the world, and it's amazing. Oh man, cause like I'm only 40, but I'm I'm definitely getting older. Like I feel the aging, and yeah, like I am like invisible with like not drugs, medicines, but by myself, like I can't. Huh? It's difficult. But Trump, like look at him, like he's so vibrant, energetic, and he's been doing all the things. It's amazing. Let's see. 4-1 against Paraguay, but good luck against the Netherlands. Yeah, yeah, we are fighting Netherlands, one of the strong teams. Like every time somehow, like we are put in a really difficult team. I mean block, and then when you go into like if even if you do well, like the first place or second place, if you look at the tournament that is already decided, like you're gonna have to fight. Was it Brazil or like some really like a high ranked team? So it's gonna be tough. But I guess Japanese people are good with situations like that. So sometimes though, like when we think that we are gonna win, we lose. So I hope that does not happen. Sakura won in the first game. Oh, cool! I saw the racist one. The the really cute Korean girl was, her like her face was shown to the screen or something, and then the next scene was some racist guy, doing the almond eye, and the girl got sad and so on, and I felt awful. So not like no good. But he got fired, right? He got fired from his job or something. Like I didn't really look into it, but I saw something like that. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much. Yes. Now that I got another like the second super chat, I'm like sitting straight because I have that energy. Earlier I was like, but yeah. Anyway, powerful grumper was very funny. Grandpa, grumper, grandpa. Can't wait for the White House UFC fight. How popular is mixed martial arts in Japan? Are you a fan of any famous Japanese fighters? Ah, I who was it? I was like I liked one guy. I don't even remember his name, but and also the older generation Yamamoto kid something I forgot. But he has a YouTube channel, I think, and I watched his channel and it was cool. But yeah, well, what is it called? Some kickboxing and something mixed together. Is it K1? Some martial art is popular because like they like mainstream media broadcast that at the end of the year every year and it's popular. And I do kind of like it, but I think it's the female side. I'm like, oh, please don't get her. That really distracts me. So yeah, soccer but I think I really like my husband is a man, so he likes to check out the sports sometimes, and me baseball too long for me. Like I don't like, and I don't really understand the rules, except for like running the bases and so on. So I'm like, right. Soccer, it's cool, but again, it's really long and like they toss around so much, right? Like they give the ball to your team player, and they keep doing that. I'm like, start to get bored, unless they are around the goal section and but I really liked it when they had a world competition of rugby here. Rugby was so cool, like it was so fun to watch. So I bet that if I were American, I would get into football. Like no wonder you guys like it because it's like so manly and like physical contact, and it's quick and it's so interesting to watch. How do you go? And oh, hello, thanks for coming. Hey, Yoko, hello. K1, eh? Yeah, yeah. K1 is boxing? Kickboxing? Just boxing. Is American wrestling still popular in Japan? I bet that there's like a fan base, but I personally am not familiar. Yeah. Because when you turn on TV here, you usually see baseball, like baseball all the time, when it's in season. And sometimes like World Cup, like soccer, or like a competitions before that and so on, like related, or Asian tournament or something like that, sort of like big levels you get to see. Other than that, we don't really see other stuff, I think. But locally, though, I think in Fukuoka, my prefecture, like wrestling is a thing, and it's they have some like big team or something, and they're popular locally. So sometimes they get on the news because it's newsworthy. So, konnichiwa Yoko. Do you like boxing or karate? I like kendo. Kendo I can watch because I used to do that. You gotta feel the force. So kickboxing, I see. Man, for those who came in later, happy birthday, Trump senpai. And I brought my pen here.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
So I still have this. This still speaks, and I have a book collection of Trump senpai. So I just showed you that earlier. Okay. Anyway, and regarding that though, I saw like our embassy, not our embassy, like, but your embassy in Japan made a post. Okay. Oh wait, let me put this in this and then show you, and you see this picture. Good picture. What does it say? June 14th marks the birthday of President Trump. Many Japanese people still remember Trump's 2019 visit to Japan, where he became the first foreign leader to meet his meet with His Majesty the Emperor. He also made history at the Ryogoku Kokugikan, the sanctuary of sumo, as the first foreign leader to step onto the dohyo to present the President's Cup to Asanoyama. And we'll never forget his 2025 visit to Yokosuka Naval Base, where he bonded with Prime Minister Takaichi. Here's to the enduring strength of the US Japan alliance. Happy birthday, President Trump! Yay! It is really such a good picture. Very symbolic of our relationship, I think. Yay! So I liked it. You should like it too. I should repost this. Ta-da! So that you can like it too. Okay. So that's good. I wonder if Takaichi will say anything. Yeah. Hello from Germany. Guten Tag. Yoko. Hello. Thanks for coming. Leftists will be protesting on Trump's birthday with their so-called No Kings protest. They're still doing that? Like, I wonder why they do it. Like, is it effective actually? Or because, like, if I were, let's say, if I were a leftist in the US, I wouldn't use like that sort of rhetoric. I would rather just point out the problems in the policies if I find one, you know. That's something you should do. Like, you gotta talk about policies because they are policy makers, lawmakers, right? So why do you like why do they keep talking about all this like preferences, you know, like no kings, hey. Or no my king kind of thing. I'm like, who cares? Like, he's a president. Suck it up. And think about what to do, you know, like if you don't like him or if you want him to resign or whatever, like there has to be the reason for it, right? And if the reason is like that sort of like abstract things, then I don't get them at all. Like even on a human level, you know, like I don't think that I could be friends with people like that because they're just emotionally reacting, and that sort of rhetoric also just collects all the stupid people, you know, in the country, and that is not good. It only creates confusion, but I guess that's the reason why they're doing to create chaos in the US. George Soros still funding those protests, man. He should just fund me. Say hello to George Soros. I want his money if I could. I would use it in a really good way, like in a like win-win cycle. I would create a win-win cycle for everyone. Like instead of attacking Trump, you should just attack Xi Jinping and Putin. You know that like those enemies, you know, against the free world. That's something that we should do. It's like, and I get that they're like, you know, the problems that people are seeing in Trump, but and I get that because you know my country has different backgrounds and I get that, but like that is not like just criticize, like just bashing Trump in the way the leftists are doing is that's not gonna get them anywhere. So it's just weakening America. I wish that people would just move more politically. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's 96 years old? Does he have a son? Does he have children? I wonder how they're doing. They're mad that he's deporting the illegal immigrants and to fund some of the stuff for Doge, which was a failure. Uh, wait, does he support like illegal immigrants working in America and so on? Also, happy Flag Day, alcohol. Yay! Is it? Sorry, I'm not familiar. Alexaurus, he should be thrown in jail. Really. The thing that first made me love Japan was the Godzilla movies, especially the old ones. Cool. They were a big part of my childhood and the window into Japanese culture. What do you think about Godzilla? I think they are amazing. I really liked the new ones. Like the older versions actually scare me, and I think I think I'm just traumatized because I watched them growing up, not really understanding what's going on. And I remember like I was kind of getting sad over Mothra, or is it King Ghidorah? And I had a stuffed animal, like a small one with the like a dragon looking one, like three heads, triple heads, and like a dragon. I really liked it, but like always, like even if you like the monster or whatever, it gets defeated and I get sad. I'm supposed to be on the side of Godzilla, but like as a girl, little girl, I didn't like them like being tortured instead of learning the lesson, like good versus the evil or something. I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, but I really liked the Shin Godzilla. It's such a masterpiece. I watched the newer one, like Godzilla minus C or something, right? Minus something, right? But I watched it and it was politically like me, so I didn't really like it. But I really liked Shin Godzilla. It's and that's part of the reason why like I have a this channel, YouTube channel used to be my Japanese political channel, but you guys took over. So it's some of my Japanese audience just went somewhere. They're hiding. This is completely an English channel now, and I have a new like Japanese political channel. Differently, and I named it Shin Random Yoko after Shin Godzilla. Because it's really like, cool because Shin can mean new, and also it can mean like divine, like a kami kind of thing. And also like Shin Godzilla, it's like it was actually the Godzilla kind of demonstrated or symbolized the earthquake, the Great Eastern Earthquake, the Tohoku area earthquake in 2011, and so on. So it's like I know. As far as I can understand, I think that they kind of got influenced by stuff like that, and I thought it's very, very like they depicted Japan precisely, political sides especially included, and it was so interesting to watch too. Yeah. If you give me super chat, I'll be happy and I'll jump onto super chat. Okay. And if I don't receive a super chat, I will just leave early. uh, I'm currently watching the series Monarch, The Legacy of Monsters of King Kong versus Godzilla with Anasawa and Mari Yamamoto. Cool. You know what my husband and I were recently talking about, like how you guys know, like I don't know about what you just said, but I when I talk to you guys, like you guys constantly talk about the old works of Japanese people, whether it's in music or movies, and my husband and I, we were like, oh, that has to be due to the internet, all the especially not Netflix, but there are ways to. Oh, I see a crow. There are ways to watch or listen to all the Japanese stuff from abroad, and it's super powerful. And that reminded me that even like there was a time period that I was gaming, right? Um, and I would talk to teenagers here in Japan, from Japan, and they would be into the music like Linkin Park and Evanescence and so on. But that's from my generation, like their mother's generation, and I'm like, wow. But then they listen to Spotify and everything. So yeah. Wait, what? I see Big super chat. Oh, you matching me? Are you matching my cardigan? Yay! Big super chat. Shinyoko tax. Amazing. Thank you so much. Patriotic guest out. Yes. Yes. My stomach ache just went away. Thank you. Thank you so much. Super chat power. I'm gonna turn into Shira the Miracle. And I will appear in one of those Gundam suits or something because it's locally there at this. There's this mall called Lalaport. If you're ever in Fukuoka of Japan, go to Lalaport and there's a big like actual size Gundam, and people are telling me I should get on that. Thank you. Yes. Now I'm gonna talk for a while. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, guys, more Shinyoko tax will be welcome. Yeah, today's music sucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's too much. Like they're trying to show. I like when I listen to today's music, it's more about the technology than the skills of the musicians themselves. Like they might think that all the electronic stuff and the usage of that is their skill, and maybe that is in today's age. But coming from like I was born in the '80s, grew up in the '90s and the early 2000s. Me, like when I listen to today's music, I'm like, they should just actually learn the music first, right? Like because I can tell that like I compose and so on to myself, so like I can tell that they don't know music, like they don't understand the theory, and they're just like you can play with music, but only after you learn the basics, right? Like you're not gonna be able to speak another language without learning the grammar, right? That sort of things. So, yeah, but it's good though that all the services out there, whether it's Spotify or is it Spotify or whatever, and all the or Amazon Music or something. Through that, like younger generation can listen to older music, so at least like they get to listen to actual music, so that's good. But by saying that, I feel very old because I bet that, for example, when the Beatles came around, I bet that the people before that like reacted in a negative way because they probably didn't think that it was music. The world feels so chaotic and self-destructive lately. From your perspective, do you still feel hopeful about humanity's future? Yes, I am. I do feel a lot of hope because right now, because I think it's because I come from a country of like what's the word? Scrap and build. you, you guys burned down Japan, okay? And we built our country back, right? And it's like, and also earthquakes happen or tsunami happens or flood, whatever it is, like it all like damage what we had built up, and then we have to build from the scratch again, and that's our culture, that's necessity to our survival. And so right now, like Trump is often said to be the bad guy, but he's just he's just there as a consequences of choices of the past leaders. It's not like he's just there at the timing of when everything piles up and become like completely such a problem. Like just look at China, for example. China was growing like baby step, you know. They're growing. The defense, military budget was like increasing, right? Even like 10 years ago, I remembered saying like, oh, their budget became like 48 times bigger or something like that. I was already saying that 10 years ago. Trump was finally coming into the political field, but it was not because of Trump, right? That China was growing and so on. Now they grew even more, and then now there's a threat of the AI and so on, and Trump just happens to be there, and he's doing everything by his own. But whatever happens out of that, it's like all the conflicts just had to happen naturally. So like it's not really about Trump. He is just a symbol of today's age, and also together with all the authoritarian states too. I also think that European countries are just blaming on Trump, but they should have seen it coming, you know, in the first place, and they just I don't think that they were like eager enough. Japan, we got to see the damages happening in Ukraine, for example, and a lot of Japanese people woke up. And through the sacrifice, we got lucky in a way. You know, I shouldn't say it like that, but that's the truth. You know, we got reminded like, oh, like we gotta protect ourselves so that our country doesn't have to go through that, right? So we are getting prepared, sharing information, also supporting Ukraine in in return and so on. And also there's a Taiwan emergency that should happen, and so we are very cautious about that and so on. So then like Japan, at least like Takaichi administration today is like, you know, she is trying to increase our defense budget, which she did, but we need to increase more. America is pressuring us to do, and Europe should is doing that too. But like if we had prepared like long beforehand, it would have been easier, right? So, but yeah, we're just living in the continuation. So super chat. Red super chat. Chaparral Media. Am I reading it right? Chaparral Media. Thank you so much. It is red. My face is gonna turn red because of the excitement. Hi, Yoko. Formerly user commented really sure. Oh, you changed your name. Oh, I see. Yes, of course I recognize you. You gave me a lot of super chat already. So, oh, thank you. How are you? Thanks, thank you so much for making my day. I'm so glad I came on today because I almost didn't come online today because I have pain. I need a drug. My husband actually bought me one. Uh, I it's ridiculous though. Like when I get prescribed at the doctor, it's actually very reasonable, right? Because we have national insurance and we only have to pay 30%. And all the medicine too, like it get discounted, so it's affordable, right? And but like I asked my husband to get the same kind at the drugstore because like I didn't want to endure in this, like I didn't want to feel this pain anymore, and I told asked him, and then it's like super expensive. It's like I can't even compare the prices. It's so much different, so it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about it, but yeah, yeah. Oh, look at this view! I see the red and pink hanging out together in the corner, and I'm gonna take a picture of this because it makes me happy. Cheese. I'm gonna I'm gonna include myself too. Well, I want to look good. Okay. You're gonna remember the good times, you know. Thank you for your support. Don't forget the problem with Iran. Yeah, like Iran, like how Trump administration is handling Iran today. There can be debates about it, right? But Iran was doing that. They were enriching uran, 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 or ul. is it L? And it's and somebody had to stop them, right? So it's the consequences of the past, and he is dealing with that. And the crazy part is that you don't hear all the alternative policies, right? Like at least in my country, when you criticize a politician, you have to show the alternative way to do the thing that you are criticizing about. But I don't. People just bash him, and I don't think that's the healthy way to discuss politics. So yeah, but I'm more concerned. I mean, Iran situation. Our prime minister, though, Takaichi, is saying that we already have like 100% of the naphtha, right? Naphtha, the plastic material that is like exploited, or I don't know how it happens. Like it comes from oil. Is it crude oil? From there, like naphtha, they make naphtha, and naphtha becomes it becomes into like a plastic bag or container or whatever, like or clothes and everything. It becomes everything, and we have like enough. But my when I visited my parents the other day, my dad kept complaining like, oh, now Takaichi administration says that they have 100% of what we need, but it's not enough because then like there are some like business owners in between, of the or the supply chain, and they want to make sure, those middle guys, they want to make sure that they have enough. They don't want to stop their business, so they have to make sure that they have enough so that they can let go of the products, right? But 100% is just usual. So my dad kept saying like, we need much more so that they can get ashore, and they feel safe and release all the products, because it's blocked right now in Japan, and it's not helping. So yeah, there are some problems like that. But yeah, hello chats, hello, morning. Hi everyone. Hi Yoko-sama. Hello. I'm in a good mood because patriotic guest out, and this commented relationship now named as Chaparral Media. Give me super chat. And also Matt too, right? Earlier. Thank you so much. Japan and the US used to have the most roller coasters. Now China has passed both. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It's crazy that the world actually goes on, because just think about the World War II. It's like you can't even imagine the damage that it caused all the countries. Your country, my country, and European countries, and the Asia. And it's crazy because like when you think about the number of the victims and so on, it's just a number, but it's like they were people, right? And it is crazy, and their houses were like blown away or like burnt down and so on. And when you think about that, it's crazy. But we somehow, it's not we though, it's the past generation, like our grandparents age or parents age, like they somehow, you know, got us all back on track, and we learned the lessons that we had to learn together. And it is it I think we should be proud of that, right? Like we are the same people. Coming from, like, we have them as our grandparents or parents, and we learned a lot through them. So I wouldn't trust any Chinese roller coaster safety. Yeah. When someone is born in Japan, are they automatically 1 year old like in Korea, or is it like in the US where you aren't 1 year old until a year has passed? What if Korea counts like that? We count like Korea at funeral of Buddhism style. but regularly it's like 0, like age 0 and several months kind of thing. So it's, yeah, born and then 1 year old. I think so. Like I've never thought about it. Yeah, it's like, oh, how old is your baby? Like newborn usually it's like, oh, she's 4 months old or something like that. Hmm. Jimmy Carter. Ooh, I'm not too familiar with like those ages. I know a lot about the World War II and like recent years, but in between, it's still new to me. Like I need to learn. Oh, but Jimmy Carter is the guy who was a lot. I mean, is he still alive? Is he the guy that Biden was using for his campaign? Yo, Yoko, hello! Thanks for coming! Happy 80th birthday to President Trump! Yay! Wait, but Trump senpai is actually 80? I'm saying like a happy birthday, and I didn't actually check that his age. トランプ、トランプ、ドナルド。The Wikipedia picture. Why is the picture? Oh man. I don't know. It's Getty Images. Is it Wikipedia or Google doing that? I don't know. When I search like Donald Trump, this is a picture that I get. Yeah, 80. Right? We have. Wait, I wonder. Aso Taro-sama? The vice. Oh, he's 80. Do you know Taro Aso, the vice president of LDP, the ruling party, Takaichi's party? Look here, 85 years old. And Sakurai Yoshiko-san. See, wait, 45. What? So she's a year older. But Yoshiko Sakurai, she's like the leader of conservatives in Japan, like very traditional conservative, but like as you can see, like her, she's 82. She still has her YouTube channel, and I was watching that earlier because she was talking about China and Korea because Xi Jinping, I know is Xi Jinping is the one visit North Korea, right? Like recently they met, so she was talking about that. But it's interesting because, yeah, Yoshiko Sakurai, if you understand Japanese, definitely go to her channel, Genron TV. Yeah, I was just watching this one before coming here. But she was introducing her interview with Miles Yu at Hudson Research Center. Is it Research Center? I don't know the official name, but Hudson. Um, Miles Yu. Miles Yu follows me because I follow him. But yeah, and it was interesting because you shouldn't like overestimate China's ability. Actually, that all they keep doing is stealing. Like even if, for example, which one? I guess I think they were talking about like stealth fight. What do you call it? Stealth fighter jet or something. The technology, like China basically built one, but they basically copied America's. So probably they got the like how I don't know how to say that in English. You know the how to make that. You know they probably copy that from somewhere. They stole it. So. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Jimmy Carter died at 100 back in 2024. Oh, okay. Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire. Is that how you call it? Trillionaire. Trillion. Trillionaire. Oh my gosh, it's such a tongue twister for Japanese people. Torilionaire. In Japanese, that would be Torilionaire. That sounds fun. Trillionaire. 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 Okay. Happy birthday to the best president so far, at least in my lifetime. Yeah! Ooh, the cakes and buffet looks good. He was prime minister for a year. Oh yeah, so yeah. He was. She looks good for her age. Yeah, Miss Sakura is so beautiful. I mean, the picture you saw earlier is a little younger, but still I don't know if you can see. You can't really see, but as an 80 years old, like she's so beautiful. Like I wish to be like that, very beautiful and clean looking and everything. Yeah, your English is really good. Thank you. Are you a Goku? Yeah, stealth fighters. Blueprints, yes, blueprints. China tries to steal technology, but they usually fail. But so Yoshiko Sakurai was introducing the aspect that China, for example, got really advanced with technology, and so they made it like stealth, what was a fighter, and then they also came released DeepSeek, right, the AI. But if you ask like who is Xi Jinping, for example, using DeepSeek, then they're not gonna answer like, oh, sorry, we can't answer to that. That is not useful. A young granny. Yoshiko Sakurai, by the way, she speaks English. Like I hear that her accent is very, very natural and like a native level. I've never heard it though, but I have. Like with my husband, we like our Southern Mongolian friends were visiting Japan. Southern Mongolians meaning like those who are oppressed by China. And our friends, the Mongolian friends, are actually living in America, and they were visiting Japan. So we took them to Yoshiko Sakurai's office because they usually have a meeting with all the experts from each field. So it was really intimidating, like big room, and like if you when you enter the room, it's like like in the real it's a narrow room, and then far away you see Yoshiko Sakurai like sitting in the center, like two guys aside, and she's there, and she's like sitting like a queen. Everyone else surrounding her, with like this way the tables aligned like this, and then all the experts, famous people and so on sitting there, and we entered, right? And then I was there to translate, and my husband was a moderator, and then our friend spoke, and we were visiting before that we were visiting the parliament office, explaining the Southern Mongolian situation to the parliament members, and I was the translator, so like I was showing like, oh, he's saying this and that, and telling them what the delegation was saying, and it went perfectly. But somehow when I visited Yoshiko Sakurai's office, I think our friends were intimidated by the atmosphere too. And then he didn't go with the regular talking points, and he started to talk about the different historical backgrounds and so on. And I just froze. And I couldn't, like, what did you say? Like I couldn't catch, and like we had some translation problem at the very beginning, and then Yoshiko Sakurai in the back was like, oh, it's okay, we all understand English, we probably don't need translators, okay? Or something like that. And I was like, oh, sorry, like, why am I here? I remember being very, very embarrassed, but my friend apologized to me though, like, oh, sorry, like we should have stick to the same thing. But yeah, it was funny. I gotta be better at English, seriously, because my friends speak perfect English, you know. I'm the one who don't have enough vocabulary, so I gotta. I'm thinking that I should read like American news media, like news articles, and or memorize all the important words. Yes, just oh, sorry, just joined. Did you talk about Kimi Onoda scolding Trump of being Naruto? Is she a strict person? Wait, did she actually scold him? I thought I didn't really look into it, but yeah, hmm, I don't know. But no, usually like she just sticks to the rules, and also but she is such a huge fan of anime, and she doesn't have a boyfriend in real life. She just likes like 2D world. So, oh, super chat! Thank you, Cranberry! Yay! Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. You're the you're there to enjoy the atmosphere. You could just have fun. Thank you. I mean, it was such a stimulating experience. You know, like I gotta be high level enough to be surrounded by that sort of people. I'm still like I'm approaching. I'm still young, I guess, in the field. Like I am 40 right now, and it's like when you look at the regular society, I am very old. But in political field, I'm I'm a baby. In Japan, at least. America, you guys are more flexible and you don't really care about age, but here it's different. So anyway, let me show you the newspaper a little bit. The UK, Japan and the UK, energy supply chain strengthened. They're gonna declare that, and AI technology too. They're cooperating. Oh, and Prime Minister Takaichi departing for Europe. I think she had to give the plane to our emperor though, for the time being, because he has to go somewhere or something. But yeah, so Takaichi is gonna go to London to have here they explain this, but Japan UK summit meeting in London. And then oh this is 14th, so today it's gonna happen, or it is gonna happen. It's still in the morning there. And then tomorrow, Japan Italy summit meeting in Rome, including energy and economic security and science, technology, and so on. That we are gonna cooperate. And starting from the 15th to the 17th, they're gonna have a G7 summit in Evian. Evian. I don't know the pronunciation. But when you think of French, like Evian or something. France, France, Evian. All right. So Prime Minister, energy, security, security. Yeah. And critical minerals and so on. Oh, and Takaichi is looking into having a meeting with Trump there as well. Is he gonna come to G7 summit? Because sometimes I don't know about Trump, because he's busy dealing with Iran right now, and I heard that it's going well, right? Like here on the top news, I was actually like America, rice, by the way. America Iran memorandum within a few days or several days. By this, we can't tell in Japanese whether it's 2 or 3 or 5 or 6. You can't tell. But yeah, so it's gonna happen. So I hope it's gonna make it in time of G7. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then a soccer. It's gonna happen tomorrow, 5 a.m. against the Netherlands. Right? Yeah. Let's see. Can't even run for president until age 35. Isn't that still young? The youngest we have had, our prime minister, The youngest was, I think, Shinzo Abe in his 50s. Because we don't really have the criteria as for the prime minister. You have to. I don't think there's an age thing. I don't know. 総理になるのに年齢制限ある？ないよね。Yeah, we don't have that, but we do have the cultural limitation.
衆議院となって国会議員になるのには年齢制限。
Yeah, we do have like age limit. Like we have like a criteria for becoming the like parliament members, but not the prime minister. So like I see all the, for example, the press secretary right now. The Christian woman who just gave a birth, Caroline Levitt, Levitt or Caroline, right? She's like 20, what, 7, 8, 8 or something like that, right? Like really young. It wouldn't happen here. Like everybody's old. So yeah. Mutos supply all stopping right now. That's a huge news here. Iran description with America and Iran, the description and explanation not matching. SpaceX, yeah. Trillionaire, right? My husband was telling me that they're like, because the SpaceX workers, I didn't directly see the news, but he was saying that like the workers at SpaceX, like they have stocks of the company. So like there are lots of like really rich workers there. That was interesting because I never had that sort of perspective. Oh yeah, it does say like here. They have it. Can you see? Toririonea. They actually wrote it. Toririonea. Wow. ビリオネアとかミリオネアじゃなくてね、トリリオネアだって。イーロン・マスク。ハズバンドさん。My husband is like, such a Japanese reaction with no facial expression. No. That's awesome though. America's company with JoJo, I don't know how to say that. NVIDIA, Alphabet, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon.com, SpaceX. Cool. But yeah, I wish I had the stock or something, right? Because it's like, it got so much more. Trillionaire. Yun? Trillionaire. 5MEX, that's already. Yes. 46. Oh yeah. Clinton. Was Clinton that like 46? Still young. Younger than my husband. Does it sound funny in Japanese? In my opinion. Toririonea. Like it's like Toririonea. I bet the the news anchors and so on is gonna have either a difficult time or fun time reading it. イーロン・マスクがトリリオネアになりました。トリリオネア。Sometimes there are difficult words to read in the news. So, what was that? Like there was something that was difficult to read. I forgot. What was that? Like there's sometimes like I can't read, but they can, because they are professionals. Oh yeah, and the editorial of Yomiuri Shimbun is talking about rebuilding the nuclear power plants because with AI rising, we need all the electronic sources. That's But a huge topic. Still, like leftists in Japan are against the idea of nuclear power plants, even though they push like environmental free, or friendly energy sources, and they talk about sunlight and wind or something, which is not enough, right? Expensive, not stable, not enough. Stupid. But yeah, and then I was watching some political like a debate show yesterday, and they were talking about SpaceX and how data center will be important. Like we will need a data center, in Japan too. And they were introducing what Elon Musk thinks, and but they were saying or introducing that Elon Musk said that they're gonna like Elon wants to build data center in the space, but then some expert was saying that it doesn't work that way. Or I think they were introducing the opposition, like opposite opinions, I guess, that because there is no air, it doesn't actually go cold. I don't know. I was not seriously watching, but Musk popular, stock market rising, growth, and there are concerns about it's dependent on the individual, Elon Musk. Yeah. And here in Japan we are talking about let's see, the Ishin, the other the Takaichi's LDP, and there's this party called Innovation Party. We call them Ishin. But Ishin wants to decrease the number of parliament members because they somehow wants to cut themselves to appeal to the people, and also I think they want to do something like a Doge kind of thing. That they think that there are too many parliament members and it's a waste of time, waste of money. So they want to cut some of the numbers. So they are talking about it, and so probably happening with proportional elections. Yeah, but and then I don't know how to call that in English, but we have like capital in Tokyo, right? That's Tokyo is like our capital, but they want to make the sub capital. And Fukuoka is actually one of the, you know, they were talking about Osaka first, but they are thinking about other regions too, and they might have other like a few sub capital in Japan, and they are talking about it because the disasters and so on happen, and then they're talking about the national flag vandalism. We are finally making a law to prohibit that. So, this is interesting. World Cup supporter, like safety information, in order to make sure that Japanese people will be safe while supporting the Japanese team during the World Cup. They're gonna like foreign ministry launched a new website, like a special website for that. That's important because I don't know how people can actually go to Mexico, for example. Like, no offense to Mexican people or anything, but it's like with the sense of like Japanese people, it's really not safe. We gotta be careful, right? Even in Europe too. Like, I'm too scared to go to Europe because I'm an easy target probably if I go to Europe because people somehow think that Asians have money. I don't really, but they will try to steal money and so on. Not here. I saw another Trump picture. I don't know what it's about, but anyway. Ooh, Trump is full of S. Always, really. Hmm. I mean, he's still the crazy thing about Trump is that he served as a president for 4 years, and then he just had the fifth year. Is it fifth? And it's like when you think about politics, like it's crazy because it wouldn't happen here. You know that, like as I said, in order to become the prime minister in Japan, you have to experience all the positions. You know, especially the important ministers like the defense minister or finance minister. What was the other one? Uh, a foreign minister. My husband understands English.
そして党の側の重要
And then I'm surprised that he understands the context of what I was saying. Yes, and in addition to that, if you're from LDP, then they have the candidate has to have the experience of the three important positions of LDP. So yeah, so that's like, so what that means is that if you are on the fifth or sixth year of as a politician, there's no way you can be the leader. So it's and it's I think that's why though America is actually strong. Like you might have all the problems with Trump, but that is why though, because you have a system like that, it it's actually what is making you strong in the world. So it's always, like I don't know how to say this in English, but like in Japanese, like we have a saying, like it's not a saying, but like a understanding that what's good in you is actually the bad thing in you. So yeah, you couldn't pay me to visit Mexico. Europe safest cities are more dangerous than East Asia's most dangerous cities, really. I still like it's terrible because I think the tradition and everything are amazing, and everybody should probably visit, but but you gotta be careful. So yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. We tried doing it the same way for 40 years and no change, so we went with an outsider who couldn't be bought and who was success in business. Yeah, I remember. I remember. Da-da-da-da-da. I remember. I remember. I used to like Christina Aguilera. Too bad. She's such a liberal. Does Yoko have a BFF? Best friend forever? If that's the case, that's probably my husband. Not that his friend zone or anything. But like all I have is my husband. And you guys. But yeah, my husband and I, we talk all the time, but majority of the time I think he is talking. He likes to give a lecture about everything, He's like a sensei. But that is the best thing though, because I actually look up to my husband a lot. Like he is sophisticated, he knows a lot about the world and life too. Like when he was younger, he worked at this place where he was able to interact with like business owners and so on. So of course they talk about all the life lessons and how to run business and so on. So like that experience taught him a lot about how to work things out in society, and also he has a great knowledge about how to just simply live. So like he's like my husband, but I married him because I wanted to support him politically, and also I wanted to, like, like he's like my mentor basically. So yeah. Do you have Japanese girlfriends? Kind of, but only like I have kind of. I do have friends, but like I don't talk to them. Does that mean I don't have friends? I meet one every year when she comes back to Japan. But that's about it because I don't usually like get along with girls. I don't know what to talk about with girls. So, but I but I'm friends with my mom's friends who are female. Like much older friends. I have those, but my generation, no, they're still young for me. I'm really like I have a great relationship with my parents, so I talk to them. So I'm more of a family person than like friends person. Like some people ditch the family and go meet friends and go meet their friends and so on. I'm the opposite. I ditch my friends and I hang out with my family members. Is your friend your Shibuya stuffed animal? Yes. I mean, not really. Like he's my like a brother. You should bring a friend on your live stream as a guest. Really? Wait, you put them in a dangerous place because according to Russia, I'm a terrorist. Basically, the the people. Let's see, like I am part of the forum that Russia has labeled as a terrorist organization. Free Nations of Post Russia Forum. Capybara. Yeah, it's a she. My capybara. She's the youngest. So my Shiba dog one is the oldest brother out of the three. But yeah, it'd be nice to have guests. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys have friends? That's a weird question. That's such a rude question. I should I should know the ways to ask you, but but yeah, I usually like I do like some females, but like I don't like girly girls because they are different creatures. I like more like females with like strong testosterone or something that who can think like who have like men culture. I've been like growing up too, like I was surrounded by boys, and especially after I came into the political field too, like I'm surrounded by like older men, so I'm like brainwashed into their culture and logical thinking and so on too. Like I have to install how they speak and so on. So like when I try to engage with females, usually like the conversation is it's really difficult to have a conversation because often like they like to derail and they don't really want to talk about things. They just want to share feelings and um, sometimes it's fun to do that, but then it's not productive. I like productive things. So. Good afternoon from my tree. Everyone was looking at me in Ian when I wore the Australian what Austrian football and t-shirt. Oh, was it the reason though? Maybe you just stand out. Maybe you just stand out in Ion. For those who don't know, Ion is our big mall, like family friendly, big mall, which actually destroyed all the good traditional stores. Like market type of streets. We have like entire Japan, we had like small, is it retainer? Like small stores, like whether it's a butcher, like fisherman, vegetable people, whatever, like or tofu. Each store they standing next to each other, and it's like a market and it's a street. That's how our, you know, like a grocery were taken care of. But then in modern days, they started to build like a American style mall. So it was so interesting, by the way, when I visited Virginia. That was like around 2004. Is it? No, 5? 5, I think. I went to Virginia, and then it was so interesting that so I visited this guy, right? Random guy on the internet. I went to see him, and when we went to the mall, he had to drive so far away to go to the mall section, and it was like, of course, there are different types of mall, but that place was like a site, like ground, and malls sit like standing next to each other, kind of, and then he drove the car just straight. Here in Japan, when you want to park in a parking lot, you have to use all the technique, to go kind of around it and then back, but then you go go forward again, and then you gotta go back and like change the angle and so on. The parking's like skills among the Japanese are really really high. So it was shocking to see the big land of America, and the car just went in, and that's all. It doesn't happen here usually, so I'm going to assume you don't hang out with any otaku type girls. Yeah, because they're not around. I don't. How do you meet otaku girls? Just so you know, the percentage is probably pretty low. Because around me, I don't. I'm probably the most otaku person, right? About like American culture, though, like American entertainment and so on. I know a lot, but that's about it. Like anime and so on. I don't know any girls who are into that here. Instead, I do know a lot of men who are into anime and so on. The geeky, not geeky, the nerdy type and so on. But no girls.
漫画フェスティバルみたいなところか。
Yeah, we would have to go to like a Comic Con or something. Yeah, maybe it has. I come from kind of a good background. Oh yeah, or go to Akihabara. But like I don't know. Yeah. Each school usually have like nerdy people and so on. But the ratio for us, I did have a nerdy friend like who was into manga, and she was drawing some manga herself in elementary school. But she wasn't really nerdy either. I don't know. Maybe it's just the area thing that I grew up in a new town. So the houses were new and people were, they have a decent income and like a middle class ish, right? And then, yeah, so like maybe it has something to do with the backgrounds or something. You have a Japan football and teacher, they agree in all caps and in peace. I don't know about football, but football seems fun. You're a geek. Geeks are cool. Geeks know a lot of stuff. Nerdy people are nerds. Nerdy. But which reminds me, I really liked what is it called with the Emily Van Camp? What was the name? The old video, old show. I can't believe I already forgot that title. Anyway, Emily Van Camp was the main, like the lead actress in the show, and then she is like a, she was not a cheerleader. I guess she was kind of, but she was like a ballerina. She was into ballet, and so like a Madonna type of girl in the school, and then she ended up dating this nerdy guy, and stories like that are very attractive. But yeah, if you say otaku in Japanese, though, by the way, it's pretty discriminative and it has negative tone. It's not a cool word. I say sometimes that I am an otaku just to be funny because people don't expect that from me. Because when you are into America, you're cool. You're automatically just like cool people, So thank you, America. Right. Just to be interested in America, like, yeah. It's interesting though that some people are into Europe, like here in Japan, like some people like Europe and others like America, and isn't that interesting that we are all the same, like Japanese people, same cultural background, and we are into different things, and it's kind of interesting. What else? Anything else to talk about? Oh, I'm sleepy. Oh. Some drama going on here, as you can tell from the picture. About Taiwan. Oh, wait, Lai cannot go to America? What? The opposition of Taiwan is visiting America and ended the trip on the 12th. What? She met, this woman, she met with Xi Jinping, right? And then went to America? No, who did she meet though in America? Oh, maybe this woman didn't. Oh, I see. I almost didn't see that. So that part says Lai is here, and it says the party name. The opposition party. I was wondering, like, what? Taiwan opposition party, right? Like she went to America and it didn't go well. Like they couldn't meet the president and couldn't meet the uh, officials and so on. That's good. USA. America knows what to do. Like no matter what you say about Trump, America is America. Peru port, America pressuring, Chinese company occupying the administration. Interesting. Peru. Brazil is the totally the opposite side of Japan. Like the most far. What's the ultimate way of saying far? Farthest, the most far position on the earth for Japan is Brazil. So, and Peru is right next to it, so I have no idea what it's like there. Furthest. Thank you. Furthest. Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, wait. The 1950s rockabilly culture in Japan I thought was interesting, like Yoyogi Park on the weekends. Rockabilly culture? Like people dancing or something? Like, what is it? I don't know why, but okay. Are you guys sleepy? Because I'm sensing sleepiness. It's only 6 and I'm not supposed to be sleepy. I'm probably like spiritually like tuning into you guys. Brazil has the largest overseas Japanese population. That's true. Dress and dance. They listen to 1950s American music and dress like it. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, like Japanese people do a lot of different things. Like there are a lot of different genre of people, those who are into K-pop or J-pop, or like those who want to be a cowboy or dance like Americans, or the breakdance type of people, sportsmen and politicians. It's the Japan's population is actually pretty big, that there are so many different types of people and different cultures. Wait, Trump Kennedy Center is now recognized as illegal, and they're getting rid of Trump part? That's sad. That is sad. I'm sleepy. Okay. But aside from that, this is yesterday. Critical mineral stock G7 cooperating. Prime Minister is to suggest that China's regulations on China, I guess. Or I don't understand the Japanese here. That they wanna just make sure that China is regulated. Yes. Oh, and we launched a rocket. Our launch was successful. Yay, satellite. 6 satellites like working well. They have this like ultra small satellites, and they got separated perfectly. That's good. We kept failing, so that's good news. Like they. Let's see. No more super chat, by the way. Like you see the rocket type of Japan. This is the new one. I don't understand the system. I'm not following the news well, so but that's good. Oh, Macron! Is Macron still around? I see Macron here. About China. It's good that he is aware of China's threats. Or is he pro-China or anti-China? Yes. Anyway. Hooray for the rocket, yes. Or is it yatta? How Japanese say it? You gotta go like the heroes, the show Heroes. Did you see Heroes? Yatta! You gotta do yatta! But, no. But yeah, we just say yatta! Right? We do say yatta a lot. My husband says that often. I usually like when something goes well, I'm like, ooh, right? Let's go, ooh. But my husband is like, when he is watching soccer game, for example, he's like, "Oh, ike, yatta!" Right? やった頑張れ。I think the internet has changed culture, so countries no longer have a unified military style like this in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, etc. Oh, yeah. Now we have like choices. Yeah. What I hear though, like as I told you before, I know that you guys don't like horoscope and so on. Is it horoscope or I don't know if it's R or L. But now, spiritually speaking, it's the age of the wind. So nothing goes concrete. You can't build things anymore. So we are like particles floating in the air. Um, so that's why nothing solid is born. It's all about the energy and like a cyberspace and that sort of like particles things. 頑張れ頑張れ頑張れ Anyway, different cultures and different types of people in Japan is surprising. Yeah. You know, people know that I'm different from the regular Japanese people by a glance. Do you know why? When they see me, they can tell that I'm not a normal Japanese person. Why? Because I don't have bangs. I'm supposed to, if I go Japanese, I gotta do this, right? Or precisely, it's like I gotta do like this with Japanese style. I don't know why people hide their face. All girls, it's rare to see women with forehead showing forehead. It's rare among women. Yeah, they think that it looks cute. So me, I don't want to get zits here. Like I would look better with bangs, but then my hair, by the way, is like it's going this way. So if I have bangs, it's like right, like you be like this, like so it wouldn't look good too. But maybe I'm older, so maybe it will work. This is how I did Sadako when I was in elementary school. At the you know how they have like a ghost house, and I did like this. Like, I I have the same hairstyle for decades, like literally decades since growing up too, and I early on like I mean there were times I have bangs or I cut my hair short and so on, but the majority of the time I like my hairstyle is this since growing up. So like when I was in the fourth grade, I did this and entirely right like all this like it continues. So so then when we did a ghost house at a school event, what I did was do that, and then I used my uh, teacher's chair, and I kept circling, circling with like which is my front. You know, you can't tell. And then the kids were like, "Wah!" It was so fun. Bangs. Yeah. You have long hair like a metalhead? Anyway, I'm not receiving super chat. No. But I guess I used all my luck earlier with the red and pink super chat. Huh? Thankfully, my wife is older than me. I feel cringe with the younger women. My mom and dad were surprised with age gap 22 years. What? Wait, your wife is 22 years older than you? Is that what you mean? Threaten them with scaring them. Dude, like I made a Japanese video the other day and posted, right? And I posted like a teaser one also, and this random guy that quoted my video was like, an auntie with scary eyes. What does that even mean? Scary eyes. the but I was thinking about it though, like why would my eyes scare them? Because it's big and my expression are scary. I can probably like show the entire black eyes probably. Like I don't know. Maybe it floats. There's some people in the world, you know, like they can they're not surprised but they're like, right? See, I can do that. Kind of. But it's weird because I did have big eyes growing up, but I feel like it opens way bigger than before. Maybe I got masculine. So, oh well. But when I make videos though, I'm just being silly. And I'm not supposed to be taken seriously, but some people do. Like some people cannot tell if I'm being serious or not. Like my message is serious, but the way that I express, usually I'm like goofing around, but some people don't get the humor. So quality of content, what? Can you make noises like a ghost, Yoko? Ghost sound? Ooh. I don't know. How that's I don't know ghost sound. Ghosts are supposed to be like not physical, so therefore they wouldn't make sounds, right? A lot of Japanese people have bigger eyes compared to Koreans and Chinese. Yeah, that's true. And also, our makeup skill has like advanced so much. Japanese girls are doing a lot of things around here. And now they put like extension with eyelashes. I don't these are not natural and I just put mascara. But some people just like put extension and then they do surgery here and so on. I have like triple lids. And that's why it annoys me. Like I'm originally like double lids and then like when I got depressed it became triple and then it kind of changes and it's annoying. Python, why do you think Kazakhs look like us with Yamato Okinawan or Korean or Chinese or Mongolians? We have the East Asian DNA. Our DNA, Japanese people's DNA is actually kind of interesting. Is it actually like not really close to Asians, right? I don't know. I'm not an expert on DNA. But yeah. But it's interesting that Asians look really different. Like Japanese people, like there are variation of Japanese people, and also when I interact with Chinese people too, like there are Chinese, like very like Chinese, like very Han Chinese type of Chinese people who look like Xi Jinping, and others are like double lid and tone like big nose and more thick eyebrows and so on, like kind of close to like my type of people here. you know, and it is interesting. Sometimes I get confused, like, oh, you're from there. I think you may have a higher German DNA. They have big eyes compared, yeah, and thick eyebrows. Yeah, and hair. I was picked on by boys in elementary school. Like when I was a tomboy, so I usually wore pants. But one day I wore skirts, and then I was hanging out in the classroom, and then there was this boy saying like, "You're hairy," right? I'm like, "What's your problem?" So so what, right? So what? I'm hairy. Yeah. I guess they want he wanted to make me feel embarrassed, but I was like, huh? So, Uh, but yeah, so I am hairy, very hairy, but that's why I have like you know eyelashes, long eyelashes, so that's good. But it's decreasing though as I grow older. I used to have like a massive eyelashes, but it's fading. And I told my friend about it, and she's like, "No, you still have a lot." Such a nice friend. So good morning from New York City. Let's go next. Oh, what is that? Sports. Chinese look changes mostly north to south. He probably liked it. I don't think so. I don't know. Like I was such a tomboy that used to fight boys. like I was scolding boys all the time, so they had an attitude to me like I'm a teacher or something. Because I was like, "Hey, don't do that," or "Hey, be quiet," and I was the mini teacher in classroom. So easy to imagine, right? Like I was a bossy girl, and I was actually bigger than them. So I was not like fat or anything, but like I was tall back then, and then I was kind of buff. So, and they gave me a name like a man too. Basketball, NBA. Ooh, nice. Did you get in fist fights? Not like it's kind of, but it's like it just slap, slap each other like, bam, bam, right? That's how elementary schools here fight. At least my generation or in my neighborhood. So somehow, like there was this guy, I mean boy, in classroom when I was in the fourth grade or so. I liked him, as a friend, but he was so annoying that like he would find me, and I would do it back because I was trained basically, being surrounded by boys since early on. So I'm like right. It was just one by one. I hit him once, he will hit me again. I will hit him again, one by one. Very traditional Japanese way. I don't know. But it was yeah. Violent growing up. I was not really violent. I was just loud and bossy. So like I wouldn't start like a physical fight though. Like I was always like it's like a Japanese constitution, like if you get hit then you can hit back. So that's what I was doing. But it didn't happen often though. Sometimes it would. Yeah. But he was a troublemaker. And then there was always like two or three boys that the who always fight, you know. Probably now I look back, it's probably like there was this like a kind of like energetic, but like not very smart, but like a he has muscles, kind of dumb and big, right? Guy, and then another big guy, and then there was this geek like he was a geek, like a very smart person, right? The son of a doctor in the neighborhood. And so probably like their chemistry were one of the worst, right? So always like they would hit each other, and then that would attack, end up like attacking our like separate desks and so on, and we would all be like, the rest of us would be like, don't come here, right? And then one of them, the geek boy, would hide in the this locker thing in which was located in the classroom, which has like lots of like cleaning stuff, you know, like bucket and the swipe. How do you call it? The, right? And so like he would just lock himself up in the end, and so yeah. No, I was a good student. Teachers liked me. I never broke rules and so on. Yeah. Because, you know, boys don't behave, so you gotta scold them. You know, and kids are loud in classrooms, so I'm always like, just be quiet, you know. I was screaming that all the time. I was too mature for elementary school, you know. But when I play, you know, in the ground, school ground, what's it called? Ground? Outside, I would play like basketball and so on. And I really enjoyed that. I was screaming, yell, you know, in a good way, like a kid. Trump released the third batch of UFO files and videos on Friday. Yoko, have you heard of the UFO encounter Japan Airlines cargo flight 1628 in the 80s? No, I don't think so. I was still a baby. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. There are lots of people who like UFOs and stuff, but it's not like a mainstream and so on. So I am intrigued though. That's interesting. Schoolyard, playground, playground. Da, da, do, 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 do. UFO. Youthful. Do you know that song? There's a song called the UFO in Japan, by the way. UFO. Such a good song. It's a duo, like two sexy women, you know, really nice body and so on. But I want to look it up to see. 1628日航機かそれはどっちだっけ I wonder if oh now I see that oh there's a Wikipedia page too wow I never knew cool 1986 November Japanese cargo 1628 above Alaska's sky they encountered a UFO? What? Boeing, Japan Air, 1628. Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. And then Narita. This is what they claim what happened. What? They encountered a big UFO. That's so interesting. Alaska. Intrigued. Yoko's school life was like battle royale. Oh, I don't know. Like I just knew how to boss around because my dad is like that. Very bossy in the household, so that's all I knew. to behave. So I would show the rules, and if you're not following that, I'm like, I will scold you. Sometimes, if needed, I will hit you. Today, it would be a problem, but back then, everybody was hitting each other. So, and then in junior high school, I belonged to Kendo Club, where people called me a boss. Even like older, my senpai, older guys would call me boss. I'm trying to picture you in a traditional Japanese uniform. Do all schools dress like that? Sailor outfit. I did have a sailor outfit, but it was not cute. It was not cute at all. Like the colors and everything, it was not good. Just notice I'm gaining Yoko experience points and a crown. While where can I spend my crown points? I told you. Yeah. I know a girl gang leader when I see one. I was like, I did have like a couple of good friends, but I didn't really like, again, like I didn't like, get along with people from my age. So yeah. So I never had like my people, I was kind of alone. I did have, yeah. I did have friends and close friends, but it was not like I. It's hard to say. Like, I didn't see them as the same kind of me, but I was just being friends, if you know what I mean. Because there's no way there's someone like me, who can resonate with me completely. I don't have people like that around me. My husband is the closest to that, but even he is so much different from me. So finally though, like at this age I feel comfortable, being the way I am, but I used to be very like feel very, very lonely because my parents or my friends wouldn't get me. And but American people, through the internet I encountered Americans, and they got me. So no wonder I got Americanized and so on. How many matches did you win in Kendo Yoko? I joined the competitions a lot, and as for the district, I almost won the first place, but I was like thinking about winning, during a match, the last match, and so I got the second place of the district, like in Fukuoka. It's like a district, not the prefecture, but it was a district in Fukuoka, and I was a second, and that's the best that I got. Wherever I go, it was a second place, never the first place. Uh, so it's the mentality. But it's like my life though. Like if I get to a certain level, I'm like, okay, I did enough, right? I'm competitive, not too competitive. It's only at the top of the girl gang hierarchy. I'm not a gang leader, but I don't know. I think I'm good at like serving like powerful people, Like back in the day it was my father. Today it's my husband. Before I met my husband, it was like my political mentor, the like older man that I knew and so on. Yeah, I have that tendency. Do I have a daddy issue? Yakuza boss. But it's interesting that when you grow older, you realize that people are just people, and even the real like yakuza type of people too. Like you can see their trauma and so on, their patterns of thoughts and so on. You start profiling people. Maybe I can work at the CAA. I'm good at profiling. Like I notice a lot of tendencies and thought patterns and so on in people. My husband is good at too, so we always talk about people like that. Like, oh yeah, he has that tendency to think this way, so he's always missing this point and that. That's our conversation. Women usually like men who remind them of their fathers. Yeah. My husband has a lot of common things with my dad. And I think that other girls, I mean, other women would have difficulties actually with my husband. He's a difficult person. But you know what? I'm used to my dad. So, like, I know where he's coming from and what to say to him, like when he is acting in a certain way and so on. So that's why I'm used to the pattern. So yeah, it's very. I feel cozy with him, right? Because I'm used to it, and like through my dad, and also like I know how to handle and so on. So it works out. Yeah. Kendo beats up guys. Listen to metal. Total skip. I'm just feisty, you know. Because growing up, like the problem is my actually my father. He didn't mean it like that, but he comes from an older generation, and you know, for example, when we are driving together, you know, family in a car, and my dad driving some to us to somewhere, right? And then there will come some bad driver, and he will say like, "Oh, women." Each time he checks the driver's seat, "Ah, another woman. Oh, another woman. Women." I grew up listening to that. So that's why I kind of had to reject my feminine side, you know. I thought like, oh, females are inferior. I have to be like men, you know. And even watching TV, you know, like he praises beautiful women, you know, especially white women too. Oh, like oh, beautiful, right? But then when there are like stupid gals, you know, sometimes or often TV shows have like when they are like a talk show type of things, then there has to be stupid people on the show to balance things out, you know, to make it more fun. And whenever he sees like stupid women and so on, my dad was like, you know, right, like old women kind of thing. So so then and then also he was happy to see, for example, Sarah Connor from Terminator, you know, or any other like Hollywood actresses in the movies. You know, they are always in the end they're wearing tank top and they have muscles and they're feisty. They beat up the bad people, and then my dad is thinking that it's unrealistic, but you know there's no way women can be that strong, but he was enjoying, you know. So probably subconsciously growing up I thought that, you know, that's what I need to be. Right, I'm gonna be like strong like a Hollywood actresses. Right, no wonder I, you know, I speak English. Yeah. No wonder I have muscles. No wonder I'm feisty. Fighting the bad guys in real world. Yes. So now you know. The more you know. Yeah. My dad used to watch Telemundo. He doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. Interesting. Hello, hello, aloha, aloha. Yeah. Oh, Shibuya. Oh, Brian. Good morning. Thank you so much for Shibuya. What? Good morning, でしょ. Good morning. Good morning, but you.
もはや夜の空気
You guys went through the midnight and now in the morning. Yeah. Thank you so much for super chat. Now I'm more energetic. Yes. We gotta all dance for Trump senpai today. Human. I wish people here were more like Americans when it like in terms of like, you know, high energy and just like to have fun and so on. People are usually very serious here. So that's a nice goal, Yoko. Thank you. It's pink. And I guess what? I got a pink super chat today. And red super chat today. Yeah, it's matching my color today. Do, 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 do. Oh, immigrants. I'm getting sleepy for you. Just see White House fight is for Trump's birthday. Oh, that's what they're doing for Trump's birthday because he used to be. Was he a sponsor or something? Because I've seen him like wrestling near the ring. Very good start to the week. Yes. Thank you. Thanks to you. Yeah. Ooh. The young Americans want to be Japanese because of anime. That's awesome. I hope that they understand our cultural side of anime. Because when you consume other countries' entertainment and you think it's good, you're actually swallowing their cultural aspects, right? So I'm the way I am because I watch a lot of American YouTube videos and Netflix shows. And even before Netflix, I was watching a lot of Hollywood movies and whatever TV shows that I could get at like rental video place. Man, rental video place was so cool. I kind of miss that culture. It was good, right? Like it costs money, but like the vibe that they have and the time that you're picking with your significant people, good times. Some of the craziness will probably rub off on you Japanese. Japanese seem to be energetic for sports. Japanese baseball, for example, is more energized than American baseball with songs and cheerleading. American baseball is more relaxed. I prefer the relaxed version. They're so loud. Like I'm proud of it. But at the same time, like let's be real, it's loud. It does set the tone to the games though. But yeah. But it's interesting because like usually when I was growing up, so my dad would watch baseball, and it would be often like in the summer, right? I don't know when is the season and so on, but like whenever I hear the trumpet and all the instruments that they uh, use for like cheerleading, um, whenever I hear the sound, it reminds me of a certain scene of my childhood. Like there's a mugi-chan, like mugi tea, for the summer, like cold tea and a somen or something, like just like ramen, like noodles, somen, and and there's edamame and TV on and the baseball and my dad is watching and he's like using his fan and so on. Whenever I hear that sound, like with all the cheerleading, I'm like, oh, summary. But yeah, I don't know. Japanese people like to like get the problem, or it's a good side of Japanese people too. But like when we encounter something and when we want to go forward, like that's all we can see and we get into it so much so that it becomes our world and we start creating the culture to it, to make it better, like improvement after improvement and so on. And we start to think about how to have fun together, to show to feel the bondness, and also how to show support effectively to the players and so on. And even though it's like enjoying things, it's kind of like forced and it's like an obligation and so on. And it becomes like culture and it's kind of, to me, it's like a burden. But other people just enjoy it because they like to just play the role, right? But I'm such a free spirit that I just don't match well. But I do enjoy when I have been to baseball games a couple of times, and it is fun with the music and so on. In the field. On TV, it's just kind of loud and distracting, in my opinion. That's my own opinion. That's probably the minority. So don't think that this is common among the Japanese. USC today at White House Trump birthday, and Trump is on the Sports Illustrated with other celebrities that are fans of New York Knicks. Oh, that's what it means. USC fights at his facilities before he was famous. So the Trump was a big sponsor of the UFC. The wrestling was with WWF, his education secretary company. Hide-san is making me hungry again. What is for dinner tonight? ヒデさんのせいで腹が減るってよ。ディナーは何ですか？
もやしですよ。ジャストもやし。
貧乏食。Do you guys know what moyashi is? No matter how poor you become in Japan, you can always get moyashi with like a few dozen cents. Moyashi. Like I don't know what moyashi, like how to call moyashi in English even. I don't even know. Moyashi. Like Koreans eat it too. This picture is funny because it's like fashionable. It's not supposed to be fashionable. It's moyashi. Why moyashi って何なんだろうね。Do you guys have it? Bean sprouts? That's so just literal though. Bean sprouts. Yeah, bean sprouts. Interesting, but it's very nutritious. It's really, really cheap. And you see everywhere in Japan, so. Yeah, sprouts. Miso soup, the best soup for the cold rainy days. I agree. Or even like hot days too. Dude, like in summer when you get tired, exhausted and so on, just melt like in your cup, just melt a bit of miso and then put some, is it hot pepper? The chili into it with some garlic. Like there are like a tube thing that's sold in the grocery store. So you got add that a little bit, stir and drink, and you're like, yeah. I like to put like in summer. That's my favorite to put garlic, like in a evitable way, too. But garlic and 唐辛子唐辛子唐辛子唐辛子 chili pepper, red pepper. Why do you guys have so many different ways to call one thing? The chili pepper. Chili. Hot pepper. Man, I need to like spend some time in the US to learn like daily things in English. Like I can talk about politics a little bit, but there are a lot of expressions and vocabularies and so on that I need to learn by living in the country, right? Like it's really I don't encounter words like that. So, but then I'm not so young anymore, so I should visit America. Ramen is nothing but noodles unless you add something else to it like I do. I don't really eat anymore. When I was poor, I did. Yeah, it's really like reasonable. Togarashi. Yes. Oh, you actually call that togarashi. Yeah. Anyway, I've been talking for 2 hours. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Anything else to talk about? Any more super chat? Because I'm tempted to say goodnight. Well, good for nothing. It's a person who's good for nothing. What? Who's good for nothing? What does that even mean? Is it? He's a lazy good for nothing. What? Good for nothing? I don't really get it. He's good, but it's for nothing. Oh, poor people for the USA is Nishin Ramen Packet. When I watch some TV shows from the of the US, I sometimes see like coupon culture that is really interesting. The people are cutting off coupons and they're just collecting them. I would be too lazy to do that. I would just work. But then I guess that maybe the competition is tough or something. My wife is from Vietnam, and I think she like me because I'm angry at times like her dad was, and I'm white. But he lived through the war, and I have PTSD also. Wow, such a like it's unique, but it makes sense. I was in the Iraq War. I can somewhat relate to the Vietnamese people because of the reason. Oh, wow. That's good. That sounds like you are meant to be together because it's hard to, you know, to understand that side of life. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, sleepy. By the way, I took a bath before I came here. That's why I was late. But I took a bath early though. But then I was like really feeling the pain. So then I rested for an hour and then I finally put on a makeup and came. So, but yeah, baths are good. Like a jog. I'm gonna go with either jog or bath. Like blood circulation. You should do that too. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you guys are starting to be quiet. So I think I should let you go. It's really, really either late or early, right? Man, I wonder what's gonna happen with our soccer match today or tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow. Wish us luck. Just got out of the shower, a late night shower. Oh, that sounds good and relaxing. I like night. I'm a night owl, as you know. Like I can concentrate better, and everyone is asleep, so it's all to like the. It feels like even though you guys are awake on the other side of the world, like it feels like I'm the only one who's awake and so on. It's just peaceful at night and no distractions and so on. And it's yeah, I like to sit alone and do nothing, and it's such a luxurious time. And everything is so slow and so on too. I'm coming to realize that I have like such a like a I'm too like a hypersensitive. I think I am. I'm speaking like Yoda, and yeah. So I was realizing that. So I'm learning. I need to learn how to relax. Like as I said, I'm such a feisty person. I wanna like I'm very competitive. So I need to calm myself down. Like no, everything is a competition, and that I don't have to always chase productivity and so on. Because sometimes not productive things are productive. So that's what I've been teaching lately. Um, yeah. Oh, if your message is retracted, it's because of the YouTube thing. Sorry. Yeah. We gotta think of another topic. Yes, or else I will leave. Oh, thank you so much for super chat. Buy some ramen on me. Oh, I will. Thank you. Le, how do you do? Les Evans? Am I? Lise? Is it Lise or Les Evans? Thank you. Yes. Oh, you're making me hungry. We have cup noodles. Or maybe I could get a good one with a super chat. Tell us more of your dad stories. Why? Why, why is that interesting to you? I did a good night, good morning. Oh, yeah. It's okay, Yoko. You are doing wonderful. Thank you. Because I like that. Yeah. Your dad is 90 years old. Wow. You're lucky that he's around for that long because it's not for everyone. I hope my parents live long too. It's a weird feeling to see my parents aging. Everybody ages, but it's sad when when your parents age. Like you are thankful, but at the same time, like I'm an anxious person. So I got it from my dad actually. Again, dad story. He's such an anxious person, and he lives in the comfort zone, never steps out of a comfort zone. So that's why he's safe and everything. But man, but then they are aging, and it's like I'm anxious that like in like any day, like you never know when the day comes, right, to say goodbye and so on. And so I at least I visit my parents whenever I can. So I'm probably doing okay, but I just don't want to regret. Like I hate regrets. But when you focus on not having regrets, you cannot really enjoy life. So the balance is really difficult. So that's one of the problems that I've been having. Yeah. But my mom, though, like she knows that, like she has to enjoy life before she leaves this world. So she started to go travel a lot. So that's a good thing, you know. And I wish my dad was more active, but he likes to stay home just like me. I'm like the copy of my dad, seriously. Like the only friend he has is my dog back home, Taro. he, he walks him in the morning and at night and talks to him, hangs out with them, and plays with him, and that's our dog is all he has. So, and I'm like, I'm with my husband and I have stuffed animals. I don't really have friends. Look at our Taro. The other day I took this. So, Taro this. Yep, he's so cute. Yeah. I'll have dinner with my wife. See you again, Paisan, and everyone from all caps guy. Good night. Have a wonderful dinner. Say hello to your wife. That's me doing all caps in person. Buy some Kobe steak on my super chat. Oh yeah, I could. Cool. Yeah, like yesterday, we had like a pre-made what you call hamburg, and it was Angus beef. He said it was good. The smell was so good. I uh, I like meat now after being married to this meat guy. My husband loves meat, so I think we are. Oh yeah, we are having meat tonight actually. Uh, my mother-in-law gave us the meat, so yay! But yeah, but in the future, near future, I will get good beef with the super chat. Yeah, definitely. Your parents are sort of like mine. My mom traveled a lot before she passed, and my dad just watches his bowl and smokes. I had no idea I already followed you on X. Oh no! When was that? Good though. Thank you for following me. Hamburger steak is what we can hamburg. Oh, oh, that's why you put steak, hamburg, hamburger steak. Wait, what? I'm confused. All these like basic things are difficult because I don't know. In Japanese, though, by the way, it's hamburg, and if you want a hamburger like a burger, it's hamburger. Hamburger, hamburger, burger. Oh, I bet all the katakana Japanese must be easy for you and funny for you. But yeah, I'm learning a lot though from my parents that like they're aging, they're getting smaller and more wrinkly, and their health declines and so on. Oh, like once, when I was little, I thought that my parents were invincible, like really strong, and no matter how much you fight, like, there's no way you can win them. But today, like they're like fragile. So, yeah, it's so weird. But then, like I can be there to support them, not financially though. Yeah, just yet. You guys are gonna make me financially, very very independent, so that I can do things back to my parents. But other than that though, but I can still be there for them to do things for them, or just hang out to give the good vibes and so on. So yeah, how come you have no kids? Because I have mental problems probably. I'm 40. I got married at 33. I was dating American guys before, and then the last boyfriend, American boyfriend I separated from, I was 28, and then I was not interested in getting married or having kids back then because I used to think like a liberal basically, and I wanted to become a musician, so yeah, I was one of those, right? Like without the healthy values. So it was too late for me to realize. Like it's actually recent, my husband and I, we were not trying at first because I told him to that I'm not ready, But by the time you're ready, you're too old. Japanese people don't have kids anymore. No, we do. It's a financial thing. Seriously, the financial aspect is huge. Huge. You have no idea. It just sucks in seeing your parents and relatives get older and dying is yeah, my relatives, like my uncles and aunties, leaving this world, like it makes me sad. Yeah, because you know, more like merrier, but they're now going, but yeah, in a way, other than 45. Ooh, like my husband. Yes. But yeah, it's just that I don't know. It was probably my mental health. You know, I was depressed for a long time, and I had like you know, as you can tell, like I didn't really fit in my own country's culture, and then I was chasing what I cannot what I cannot become, like an American, right? Like I could technically, but like it's different, right? And so like I was in between, and I am such a thinker that I thought about all the things that I didn't have to. And also I was looking down on females as well. I didn't want to be one of them because I was looking down on other women for thinking that they are dumb or something, you know, because of the brainwashing during the childhood. So like at least though, like I came to the realization today to, and I, but it was great, you know, like it was hard for me, but I learned so much. And so like when I look at the people today, you know, in the society, I can tell like what kind of problems they have and so on because I've been through that and so on. So yeah. Anyway, married a liberal white woman and got divorced when Trump won. That's man, it's like I don't know how to say this in English. Like, you basically used your life to be funny, to have that experience so that you can talk about it to the others. That's what it was probably, because it's super funny. I'm sorry you had to go through that. First of all, sorry for laughing at you, but it is funny. At least you're lighting up the mood of the others through your tragedy. But I bet that it was, you know, good, you know, in the meantime it lasted, right? Uh, wow, interesting. It's so interesting because it really happens. Like I hear stories like that on TV and so on, but it's so interesting to encounter someone like that. Were the American guys you dated from the military or work visas? Uh, at first, when I was a teenager, online, and I went to see them, and then and during university, I dated a couple, and of course, like they were exchange students, so they were not like working, and then after I graduated, I basically seriously dated this one guy, and he was teaching English here. But he has like a expertise though. Like he was not one of those regular English teachers here, but he wanted to just experience some Asian country. He picked Japan, uh, and actually I learned about him through my friend from university. My friend, like female friend, told me like, "Hey, my friend is going to Fukuoka, so you should meet him or something like that." So yeah, and I've helped out this Navy, or I don't know if he was a Navy. I think Navy, not Marines, Navy, right? Cause Sasebo, yeah, Navy guy. You know, like I saw this white guy one day when I was like after I broke up with him. I saw this random white guy at the station, like a subway station, and he looked lost. So I'm like, hey, like, are you okay? You know, you need help. And I talked to him in English. We talked a little bit, bought him a ticket, and I got him to the platform, and then we were like, hey, bye, right? And then he came back and he wanted to know my number. And at that time, I was interested in like I was starting to be interested in politics. So like, and he was saying that he was serving, so I was interested in that, right? Like maybe I get to hear his experience and so on. But then, so I gave him my number. We were kind of chatting sometimes, and then like there were times like and then we didn't. I asked him questions, he would answer, so that was great. But after a while, he like we didn't talk for a while, and one day, boom, like he sends a picture, the kind of picture that you wouldn't expect, like a really sexy one. And I'm like, ooh, ooh, like I didn't know that's what I signed up for. I was like, okay, I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know what to text back. I didn't want to hurt his feelings too because he was so vulnerable, right? So like, I just faded away. Oh, cool. Bye bye. So, but then one day though, I re-encountered him a couple years ago. I think years later than that. I did meet him afterwards, after the cringe situation, and then. What was interesting it was that he looked completely different from what I remembered. And so much like kind of scrawny and kind of, I guess in a way masculine, but like he looks like he went through a lot, and that was interesting. And then also like I couldn't understand his English. Like he, I don't know what it is. His pronunciation changed or something. Because when I talked to him at the station, I perfectly followed him. But that experience, like when I met him again, like I didn't get him. So I was like, what? What are you saying? And then so that's the last time I ever talked to him. So it was not like romantic stuff though, by the way, just so you know. Yeah. The girl I went on a date with rejected me because I like Sakaisha. Oh no! Oh well. At least like you knew beforehand, so that like before you got into any drama, so that's good. It's hard. My wife doesn't like Trump either. Oh really? So we avoid the topic since I'm full manga and she watches too much Japan propaganda and news sources. Interesting. She married me because I'm not white, and she just didn't think non white people could be right of center. That's so racist. She's a little younger than me, too. 18 years younger. Ah, yeah, that generation gap is there, too, yeah. Interesting. That's so rude of her to judge you like that. That's like before like jumping onto conclusion, like oh, this person must be this and that. You gotta dig and learn, right, about each other. So interesting. Does your husband know what you're saying to us? Does he understand English? Yeah, he does. I mean, he does understand much better, but he's working on something, so maybe he's not listening to me. What states was he from? I don't remember. But nothing like, the really like big cities or something. I think it's different from Midwest or something. I don't know. So maybe you're Southern. Where is that all like all of you? Like there's a cultural things. Interesting. I heard couples with different views are perfect for each other, and those who don't are boring. Yeah. It's like what I think from my experience is that the best thing is that you have the same kind of values, like good and bad, or you know that sort of things, like ethical things and so on, and morality. That sort of values has to be the same. And as for the ideology and so on, it's better if you fundamentally are the same, but a little differences are always fun because you can be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Just like you and I, like, "What do you mean?" So that you can enjoy your conversation because you don't want a copy of yourself First of all, there's no complete copy of yourself, but like in opposite sex. And secondly, it would be weird to be with someone like that because there are dramas. Life is fun, so I was going to say alignment of values. Everything else doesn't matter. Yeah. Yes. It does get lonely, but one important notion that I got a few years ago is that you can't rely on your significant other for everything. Like your significant other cannot be your everything. I know that there are songs saying you're everything, right? You're my everything, right? But no, can't. It's impossible, right? So like some part like romantic part and also like talking about all the values or fun things and so on or something in common, you can you can be together and have fun. But other things like when you're different, you can enjoy the debate, but other times you just need a certain friends to talk about it with, or or maybe you just go on YouTube talk about that and create your own community like I'm doing and so on. I argue with myself, but I do that too. Today I evolved actually. Earlier I have so much like physical pain, so I wanted to resolve at least the mental side of that. So I actually like there's a technique, right? Like you gotta write out all of what's on your mind. You do that in a limited amount of time, like 1 minute or something, and then you check the one that attracts you the most and then ask why. And then, oh, because this, and then why, right? You talk to yourself like that, and it was really like a healing, it was therapeutic just to do it by myself. So I'm gonna do that again. Saying no, you need to stand on your own 2 feet so you can be there for others. What do you mean? 2 feet so you can be. Yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah. It's no longer block slurs. Really? Wow. Interesting. But it's difficult because, like, even if it doesn't violate the X rules, it can violate the real life's, laws and so on. Because if you defame, for example, that's against the law here in Japan. So if it's out there on social media, then you can get fined and so on. So yeah, but that's interesting. Anyway, I'm not receiving the super chat. I should go. Go, 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 go. Okay, because it's really early for you. It's not even late. It's early for you. So, and I'm hungry too. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And let's be thankful for my patient husband who hasn't been fed even though it's 7 at night. I haven't cooked him anything. And he's just patiently sitting there. At least I acknowledge him, he's like, yeah. But anyway, thank you so much. Talking background, yeah. There's a small dog in the neighborhood always. Yeah. Good night. Thank you for today. Thank you for making my day. It was such a great thing to come in here today. I feel so much better thanks to you. You're like my counselor. I'm talking it out, feeling lighter and more fun. So thank you so much. And enjoy your week. Okay. Oh, and today is Trump Senpai's birthday, most importantly. Enjoy. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Sleep well if you haven't. And have a good day. Okay. Bye. Oh, wait. Super chat. Thank you. Glad that I waited a little bit. Thank you so much, Alpha Suma. Sama. Thank you. Come back again next week. There's more dust stories. That's like a weird fetish. Bye. Bye. Good night. Thank you. Bye bye.